on June the 5th of 2018, the United Nations Environment Day, I launched the Guardians of the Himalayas. It was in that moment I knew I had a purpose, and that was to clean up more waste than I could have ever created on my Everest Base Camp trek 18 years ago. I committed to take back 10 times the amount of waste I could have ever made back then. I would take 2 baskets, like the Sherpas used to transport food and equipment up the mountain, called docos, to shuttle run the waste I collected down the mountain. Everyone asked me what I was doing and wanted to take photos of me and with me. I felt like a celebrity. I pushed on to Chomrong. When I arrived in Chomrong, it just so happened that at that particular time I was passing through. The Waste Management Committee were coming together to discuss the issue of waste on the tracks. One of the board members saw me walking with my doco baskets and asked me what I was doing. I explained that trash is not trash, it's a resource, and we can start collecting this resource to benefit the whole community right away. I also explained that I was going up to collect a whole load of waste and bring that back down the mountain. He was amazed and asked me to give the presentation to their Waste Management Committee that was being held once every 3 months, and that was happening right then and there. So I did. They were over the moon. They loved it, that they called all the other members of the community that were in the village and asked me to give the presentation again. By the end of the presentation, they too were so buzzed that they all mutually agreed that they wanted to take up this program. Before I left, they blessed me with katas, which is a traditional scarf, and face paint, and I continued on my journey up the mountain. I spoke with every hotel and restaurant and trekker on the trek, and a number of them helped me carry down the waste, which amounted to over 145 kilograms, back to the Waste Management Centre in Chomrong. That's over 100 times more plastic waste and mixed waste that I had created on my previous trip to Nepal. I had achieved the task I had set out to do. I had a blast engaging with all the local community and meeting some awesome people. It felt great. I returned back as promised 3 months later with volunteers to help me install and set up this pilot project. We engaged with the locals, and the locals engaged with their community, sharing the simple and easy program of collecting clean and dry resources. Within less than 2 weeks, the entire mountain had committed to buying resource collection bins in an effort to separate and segregate their clean and dry resources. The Trash2Cash program is so effective that everyone, including the volunteers who came up the mountain to learn, couldn't help stand to see that these plastics are in fact resources, and that the word waste was no longer a correct description. It was that obvious that we are working with clean and dry resources that have a value and can be upcycled into something even more valuable, that they decided to clean up the Waste Management Centre, and with the permission of the local committee, they renamed the Waste Management Centre to the Resource Collection Centre. This program has been a huge success. On hearing the good news, the local mayor of the Annapurna region wanted to meet me. I was invited to give a presentation to the entire lakeside community. The mothers groups loved the program. They wanted to take it on. We gave the presentation to the heads of all the mothers groups. The following week, we headed out to Lakeside to speak to all of the hotels and restaurants and ask them to start collecting their resources. The whole process took 5 minutes per hotel or restaurant, 3 minutes to explain the program, and just 2 minutes to set up a rice bag or clean resource collection bin to collect the resources. It was simple, easy, and effective. This program is great for cleaning up the environment, it's great for tourism, and it's excellent for business. The only challenge now is to reach 7 billion people as quickly as possible if we want to, or if we have any chance or hope of reversing this tipping point and the planet's destruction from plastic waste. This is the most rapid, simple, easy, clean, dry, fun, and awesome program that I've ever had the pleasure of being part of. And I truly see now, without a shadow of a doubt, without a quiver of mind, that this program is the solution to clean up the world from plastic waste and diverting it to use it as the clean and dry resource that it is. The magic happened. Good magic. Fun, cool, and awesome. The Trash2Cash program is the answer. It is now up to each and every one of us. If we really care and we want a solution to solve the plastic waste problem around the world, then this program is the answer. Share it with people who also really care about the planet and want to make the world a better place. Use it to help society and the environment, where we can create a better world for ourselves, our society, our families, our communities. This program should be implemented as quickly as possible. I believe it is perhaps one of the only ways we can rapidly engage masses to clean up and reclaim our planet from the world of waste we have created and make a sustainable business for recycling, for good sustainable tourism, for perhaps decades, centuries, and millennia to come.
Yeah, राम्रो.
Awesome.